And good morning, everyone. You are listening to That's What They Said on WJOB, 1230 AM, 104.7 FM in Hammond, Indiana. And you're also watching live here on YouTube. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
So we're going to get started with a little traffic and weather before we continue on with the rest of the program. So currently right now at the Shock and Vento Studios, it is 73 degrees. Today we are seeing highs of 79 degrees and lows of 69. A few thunderstorms with some severe weather, not as warm and cloudy, but then sun and clouds this afternoon. Storms can bring downpours, damaging winds, and even an isolated tornado. Tonight we're seeing partly cloudy and humid with strong thunderstorms in the area. Moving forward on Wednesday, highs of 82 degrees, lows of 69 degrees. Humid with a thunderstorm in spots throughout the day and into the nighttime. Thursday, highs of 77 degrees, lows of 68 degrees. Humid with a thunderstorm and a few showers later on in the nighttime. Taking a look at traffic in the Northwest region, traffic is looking pretty good. 80 going east and west is looking good. 90 going east and west is looking good. 65 going north and south is looking good. Chicago Skyway, Bishop Ford, Dan Ryan are all coming along. Great. No traffic.
Well, we got that going for us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, except the Klein Avenue, they finally blocked off the Klein Avenue going to Chicago.
Yep.
So now it's kind of a pain in the rear end, as it were, to get here because I'm not sure if 169th is blocked off either.
Okay.
And I should know that because I was just there a week or so ago, but I can't remember if they blocked it off. But I'm like, but thank God the access road off of Klein is open now, so I can zip through there. So anyway, I am your guest, or yeah, I'm your guest. I'm your host. It's so weird to say that sometimes still. I am everybody's host, Michelle Quinn. This is my lovely Wonderkin producer, Adriana Alvarez.
Good morning.
And we are waiting for our guest host to arrive. So
but that's okay.
They said they will be here momentarily. So I'm going to hold them to that. If not, I'm going to be so mad.
But it's okay. We can start the shows how we always start the show. How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. I went out to Western Days, which I haven't done in a few years because my buddy's band, Donnie Barron, his band Ultrawave was playing out there. So some friends of mine and I went to catch that. We at least caught the first set, but he's always a stellar band if you like the deep cuts from the 80s. And it's not the, it's not, they don't, he does, he's played in bands all over. He is the former frontman of, I'm sure, Regionites or Region Rats will know this one, of Bravo Johnny from a zillion years ago. So he's been in several bands afterwards. Oh, is there a guest here? All right. Okay. I'm talking to myself on the radio. All right. So anyway, he's been in several bands, and Ultrawave is one of his new projects, and it's really, really good. And he does, they do like Whip It and just all, that's not super deep cut, but here's our guest. Look, everybody. This is not Larry. This is not Larry. Hi. Thank you, darling. This is everybody's favorite.
Whatever.
Sure. Matt Reardon, former of, Reardon and Kuziak, and
oh yeah,
from a zillion years ago.
That was a long time ago.
Was it really?
Seems like it.
Feels, yeah. Things get really fast these days.
They do.
So he's getting. See, have you been here since we have like earbuds now?
Well, the last time I was here was election night coverage, and I was like, okay.
We all fancy now.
Well, got all fancied up and moved back to the old studio.
Yeah.
And I assume Quinn, I assume you still take calls and all that stuff.
Oh, we do if people call, but they don't have to call.
Call.
They might call because of you.
What? What did I do now?
I don't know.
I didn't do anything.
You're here.
You haven't?
No.
Good. You made today, though.
Well, I'm sorry about being late.
No,
I
it's
wish I
fine.
could offer an excuse, but you know what? It's 6 a.m.
It's
Dude,
early.
dude.
Don't get me wrong. It is early.
Dude, it's hard, and now it's starting to get dark again. Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
was like,
rough.
why is the sun not out with
Yeah.
me?
Oh, yeah.
It's dark out there. Watch out.
Yep. So, what's going on in your world? What can we talk about in the
We
region?
could talk about no topics are off limits.
All right.
Anything. Bring it.
Anything.
I just got to put my I'm on the radio brain on, not on podcast.
Okay. That's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Podcast. So, what podcast are you?
So, no, I've been on Mayor Tom's podcast several times. It's just
Yeah.
a little different, let's just say, language
Yes.
that's utilized
That's
there.
a
So I got to
struggle
plug
for
in
me
my I'm
every
at a pub.
time.
I'm going to have to, put on my I'm at a public meeting demeanor
Sure.
today for everybody out there,
Sure.
which, it's part of the job.
Indeed.
So what's it's great to be back. I always like coming on WJOB radio. And
Cool.
Quinn, when you asked me, I'm like, well, sure, of course.
Yay.
Of course. Absolutely. And, not that there's not enough news going on, but man, are people nuts? Or
People
what?
are crazy.
What this time?
Like, first of all, I know I'm just a general blanket statement.
Mm-hmm.
I can't figure out what on earth my generation has done or decided to do with who we pick to be alleged leaders in the country.
Let's go polio. Let's
yeah,
go.
man, it's just
Yeah, that was
just-
a great one yesterday.
I can't understand it. It's not it's not even funny anymore. It's disappointing, I guess is a good way to put it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Tucker and I were laughing last night about, the new vaccines. We're going to separate the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine into 3 different vaccines because, when they give you that shot, there's 72 ounces. It's like a bottle, and they pour that into the baby.
What are they talking about? 72 ounces of what?
Of the vaccine. It's amazing. It's amazing.
72 ounces?
72
Going
ounces, everybody.
into your body. Going into your body
72
as
ounces.
a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
I wish. Okay. That's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Who said that?
That was our president.
There's 72 ounces of fluids going into a baby.
Mhm.
What the? What?
Yeah. Yes.
Did did the media go 70? Where? Well,
No,
wait.
and that's
Do
a
you mean
huge-
over a lifetime of medication? Okay, maybe that might make sense.
No, it's one vaccine, and that's been one of the criticisms that I have seen over and over is that he can say these ridiculous things and nobody calls him on it, and that is, I would agree that is absolutely a failing of the media. That why aren't we saying more things like, hey, what are you talking about?
So literally, everybody at home, think of this.
Mm.
Somehow, a half a gallon of milk. That is 72 ounces. That's how much that is. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So somebody didn't go, oh, hold on a minute. So you're going to tell me a half a gallon goes into these vaccines. That's what you just said.
Well, and that's the thing. If you're thinking about it, I'm sure that when you got your kids their vaccines a zillion years
Oh no,
ago.
they didn't have any vaccines. I just let it ride.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what they got.
Okay.
They could have. Well, of course they did.
Yeah. So, do you remember, or did Mara say anything about it being a 72-gallon jug that they're just mainlining into a baby?
What is it? Like a drip feed?
Apparently.
We're going to put 2 of them on you at birth. That is just so preposterous. God,
Mhm.
it's like somebody got an idea standing around a water cooler and, and they're like, you know what? We should break this vaccine stuff up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's just break it up so it's not that amount of...
Right.
This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. It's like, what?
Right. And the problem with it too is that we don't break it up here because we've never had to, because it's not a thing that you have to do. So these, the makers of these vaccines are now going to have to separate these out. And I don't know how long that takes.
I'm sure there's money involved in them making more money, because not only do you have to separate that, so there's some money for that.
Yeah.
Then there's money in now you got to go back to the hospital. How many times? 3 times now instead of once.
Yeah.
Right? So keep bringing your child back. It's just another example of buffoonery. Just straight across the board. I can't.
But y'all want it, so
it was just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I read an article about all of this in the Atlantic, and I don't remember. I wish I could remember the author's name, but they were talking about a specific type of political strategy or regime, and it has to do with kind of what I think the evidence weighs out about how this current administration operates. And it's not so much of a like a political strongman kind of rule or authoritarian, but more of a patricide. And described what's happening now. And I thought from that, as described, was really accurate. It basically says there's a person in charge. They don't really care about the rules. They never have.
Right.
And so they use rules to their advantage, and then they reward, the people who were close to them, that's not weird for politics. Except that the person's ability to do and operate that particular position is of real no interest to the person in charge. They're like, I gave it to you. It's your responsibility to do with it or do whatever you want with it. However, what we do want you to do is take care of me. So whatever it is you're going to do it. Just take care of me. And they went through, it was interesting, and they used Poland as one of the examples. And they said that won't change until enough people downstream are affected by the government's government's inability to act, to do things, to deliver the normal things that we're all used to. I think we see some of that in how, price points are at the grocery store, and as well as this gas price debacle, which I still contend the president isn't responsible for gas prices until you attack a country that is at the bottleneck of where the oil comes from.
Right.
I mean, if you decide to do that, that's what the outcome. So until people get affected personally, until it comes to your front door and starts knocking, it doesn't bother anybody that this particular regime or group is making a bunch of money. It doesn't bother people. It's like, oh, well, hey, man, he's just getting his, and it's his family. It's okay. And so that level of corruption, imagine this, Quinn. So you're writing for a local newspaper. Somebody hands a no bid construction contract to a friend.
Okay.
They botch it up beyond belief. And then they got to come back around, and then instead of just saying, wow,
my bad, right,
we picked the wrong person. Right. I was told they were able to do this.
Right.
You get some blowhack who can't do the work but gets $13 million. Now, how big of a story would that be around here?
That'd be ginormous.
Right. Hey, so-and-so picks friend, they botch projects, so they stole money.
Yeah.
They enrich themselves.
Right.
And
on the backs of the taxpayers.
Correct. And that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. And at a local level, people beef about that all the time. All the time. They're like, did you hear that so-and-so used this fund for these things and they weren't supposed to do it for that?
Right, which is always funny because I'm sure it cracks you up too. The people, when they talk about stuff, oh, this fund and that's, you don't know. You don't go to the meetings. You don't know what these funds are.
No, you don't go to the meetings.
So that's always,
But it's just watching the stuff, and I'm like, so that wouldn't bother you because it's not bothering you on a national level. And I'm just sitting there going, "Oh, okay, well then why are you upset on the local level? Why should that bother you in any way?
Right.
That, well, I'm in charge, so I'm just going to pick who I want, and I'm going to give it to my friends. Whether they can or cannot do the work makes no matter to me. Just make sure they get the contract." Now, how mad would people be? They'd be furious. Showing up at meetings.
Right, that they never go to anyway, and so
I'm
now
just
we've
going to go
always got-
bitch about this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but here's the thing, though. This has been going on now. I mean, it's really ramped up, you know, in the second half of this, you know, nightmare. You know, it's just really gotten bad in the last couple years. It was bad before. Now it's super bad. But nobody, you would think.
I can't think of why 10 U.S. senators don't march down Capitol Hill and go in there and talk to the president and say, listen, you're going to stop doing all this stuff. And by this stuff, I mean, you're going to stop whatever you're trying to accomplish for Israel in Iran. You're going to stop doing that. You're going to focus on domestic issues because that's what we want. And there's 10 of us. And if we can vote, we would vote with the Democrats and impeach you. That's all it would take is 10 of them to say, you're done. This is the process. And my observation of, and you know, I don't like to get into national politics, but it just seems painfully obvious to me. And that leads me to my next point about all of this is that there's people who are elected who are just biding their time.
Right.
And waiting for the circumstance to change, waiting for that guy to be gone, waiting for their shot at the crown, all that stuff. And they don't want to undermine the base of people, which is a solid 30% voting block. It is a solid. And, you know, you can't, have you ever gotten to a discussion with a MAGA supporter? I do it all the time. It's fascinating. I'm like, so wait. So if that's true, what about this? And I could give a million examples, and I fight with people online all the time.
Right, I know. I watch you.
And people are like, you know, election interference or election. And it's like, wait, man, no, you know, all the statistical analysis lead me to believe that any type of election interference is inconsequential to the outcome. So maybe people don't understand what the word inconsequential means.
Right.
But that could be part of it.
Could be.
So you have all this actual empirical data. You're like, here it is. And they're like, no, that's you know, one's too many. That's when you get to the one's too many argument. And I'm like, okay, one's too many. Sure it is. And it's just like it's an interesting strategy to occupy people's minds with online visceral versus, hey, I got a domestic program I'd like to roll out here. It seems that a lot of people are homeschooling, so let's actually make sure of a couple things. There was a promise about rural broadband and access and do that. And if we're going to give parents an opportunity because they want to choose, let's make sure that's actually executed. And let's make sure that let's hold the parents accountable to make sure they're actually educating their kids. Now, I don't know how many percentage of families that might include, but, you know, one person not getting educated is too many. How's that? How's that for an argument?
Well, they're blaming the people that are educated. That's what's wrong with this country.
Yeah.
They're too educated.
Yeah, we're too smart.
Well, that's a classic tactic in this strategy. It's like, we'll undermine the intelligentsia and just say they're wrong, they've been wrong, and it allows you to build up a massive base of people that have felt, for whatever reason, I'm less than because, which is the whole calculus of the Trump marketing strategy.
Right.
With this.
Right.
So for those people out there listening, I'm going to say this one time. Politics has been Donald Trump's most profitable business venture by far.
Absolutely.
Billions of dollars. So the guy who said, I'm going to drain the swamp. The guy who said, I'm going to right the wrongs of wasteful government has done nothing but shove money in his front pocket. And to the people who wrote him checks. And on the lowest of levels, you know, going back to what you cover in local government, people would lose their minds.
Well, and they do think it's happening anyway.
Well, yes.
Everybody, they're getting kickbacks and.
Well, that's part of, Quinn, that's part of the strategy in this national kind of model. It's like, well, they're all bad, and I'm not. I'm not like that.
Right.
So I'm going to have to do some things to right that ship. And you may not like them, but we have to do them under the guise of the government stinks, and we need to rein them in. It's like less, it's less accountability is what it is.
Yeah.
So you minimize the people who are in charge of these departments. They're not autonomous thinkers.
Right.
I mean, imagine you have all these people in this country, and we have these people in charge of this. I mean, the minute somebody starts arguing about we don't need medicine, I mean, why don't I just start talking about medicine? I like medicine. I know about it. What
do you? What do you know about it?
Well, I know this. Sometimes people get sick from medicine, and sometimes people don't get sick from medicine. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. I know I talked to some people, and they say that medicine got them sick.
Uh-oh.
So let's stop giving people medicine.
Yeah.
How's that for an opinion? I mean, my last name is Reardon, not Kennedy.
Okay.
I don't have a medical degree, but I'm going to go on about it.
Okay.
So if the administration is really looking to shove some money in my pocket, give me a call. You can reach out to me. I mean, come on.
I know.
It's just painful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Quinn, what else is going on with you? Let's hear it.
Oh, geez. We were just talking about the weekend, and then, Sunday was a whole lot of nothing, getting caught in a storm at Strax, and, because that was great.
People freak out at the store when there's a big storm.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can hear it on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, tornado's going to hit this place.
Well,
I'm going to die in a pile of fucking broken.
No. That wasn't me.
I'm going to die in a pile of mayonnaise jars here in the Twister.
Well, we going back to Gen Con, the numbers were in, but speaking of, we were talking about the tornado warning last week, and some of those merchants in there, because the convention center had a giant flood because the storm. Are
you kidding?
Oh yeah. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of merchandise.
I saw your post about all that.
Oh yeah.
So how did it flood?
All we know is that one of the ceilings, the rain was coming in.
Oh my God! It came in from the roof.
Yep.
Oh man, that's bad.
Yeah.
But did you have a good time?
Yeah, otherwise? It was fun. 74,000 nerds converged on Indianapolis.
Was that the Democrat convention? Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. They're usually at the same time.
No Democrats there. Well, none that I recognized. I mean, but lots of nerds.
That's fun.
Yeah. I was reading yesterday that they had their biggest year ever, $83.5 million brought into the city of Indianapolis.
Into the economy.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
Indianapolis has got that tourism market down pretty good.
Yeah.
It's taken 40 years.
But they got it.
But they got it. It took a while. I mean, they're changing things up too. What do you think of the convention center there?
It was nice.
Speaking of convention centers, we're doing one.
Yeah.
We're getting one of those.
We're getting there.
Okay.
That's what I can say about that.
Cool. So yeah, you would know more about those things than I would. So, it's big.
Mm-hmm.
It was very nice, but now I worry that it's like, God, it was flimsy, because how does one whole exhibit hall get rained out?
That's kind of Bush League.
Yeah, so I guess they haven't picked the builder yet, or the contractor. So all you contractors out there who are going to be bidding on on the convention center, please make sure that you take global warming into account, because we get lots of rain now.
There's a definite change in weather patterns, but
they're
I know the city of Gary's working on. They did pick a development group to do that. It's AECOM, and they have a contracting arm, so they're together. So you have designer and builder together. So
well, AECOM
they got all their hurdles, done with the money and the finance and that all taken care of and working with the commissioners in Lake County, we kind of reviewed all that and said, okay, let's let it rip.
Okay.
And now I'm pretty sure we're going to make sure there's not a leaky roof. I would hope
please. So. Because that was really, really bad.
It should be interesting with the operator of the convention center being the casino.
Yeah.
Front-facing industry, understands how to deal with people, running a space that is just going to deal with people. So I think that's a smart choice.
Sure.
And was pretty obvious when you get down to it. You're going to bring in somebody from outside the area. Makes it challenging. Not that the different proposals were fine.
Right.
It seemed pretty obvious. Hard Rock does a really good job of where they're at.
Sure.
I think they've maximized that location, and they're in the hospitality industry, so that made some good sense. So
yeah,
they should probably start the building pretty soon. I know that Gary's going through their contracting and everything else.
Yeah.
I'm sure the mayor's just picking his friends who can't do the work and just going to hire all them, and then they're going to pay more people. The other thing that won't happen is it won't get over budget. So that's not true about the mayor of Gary.
Right.
That. But that's an example. So imagine. Anyway, I don't have any good news today. I'm cranky. It's early.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's all right. How we doing on time? Do we need to run some ads?
Let's do a break. Let's pay some bills.
All right. Let's pay some bills, and then we will be right back. It is That's What They Said with Michelle Quinn and Adriana Alvarez and our very special esteemed guest, Matt Reardon. So we'll be back in 2 minutes or so.
Yep.
Okay. WJOB 1230 AM and 104.7
there
FM.
You
so
go.
woo, look at me, I'm getting better at this. Yay.
For over 100 years, Roofers Local 26 has been keeping Northwest Indiana dry and safe. Since 1919, our highly trained members have built a reputation for skills, safety, and reliability. With a 4-year apprenticeship and certifications in OSHA safety, first aid, and CPR, we deliver quality you can trust. When you need roofing done right, choose Roofers Local 26, protecting what matters most for over a century. For more information, visit www.roofers26.com.
Introducing Powers Health, a health system with a new name and a strong legacy of caring for families in our community. One with a tradition of advanced specialized services and a vision for the future. One with a commitment to medical excellence and compassionate care. Everything we do, everything we believe, Powers Health.
When your home needs help, the last thing you need is a faceless corporation or sales-driven franchise. At Myers Companies, we've been proudly local since 1951, born and raised right here in Northwest Indiana. We're family-owned and operated, built on trust, hard work, and integrity. And because we're family, we treat you like family. Your comfort and safety always come first. For HVAC, plumbing, and electrical done right, choose Myers Companies. Local, family-owned, here for your family.
For a fast and friendly car wash, go to Easy Clean Car Wash. Open 7 days a week in 4 convenient locations: Highland, Griffith, Cherville, and Lansing. Free vacuuming, air freshener, and a towel with every wash. It's fast, safe, and gentle. For more information and hours of all our locations, visit myeasyclean.com. Also, see how you can wash your car daily with our $10 Ultimate Wash for only $19.99 per month. Give your car the best clean at Easy Clean Car Wash.
back. It is That's What They Said. I'm your host, Michelle Quinn, and my producer over there is Adriana Alvarez.
Good morning.
And our special guest host is Matt Reardon, formerly of the station, comes in from time to time still.
Yeah.
And doing his stuff, and we were just railing against the machine afterwards. Fun stuff, but I do believe we have some callers. So
Speaking of fun stuff.
Yeah, speaking of fun, so let's
hit the phone lines, Adriana.
All right.
Yeah.
Good
do we got here,
morning,
caller?
You're on the air.
Hey, good morning. This is the other half of Kuziak and Reed.
Yes,
I
it
know.
is.
Good morning, David.
Kuz is up
good
early.
Good morning, Michelle. I'm already on my way to work. I wake up at 4.
Of course you
4:30.
did. I'm like, Kuziak's up early. He's got to sell some roofs and stuff today.
We got to get guys. Here's a question for you: with the storms coming in, do you open up or not? That's a CEO question. Do you
That's
open
a
up?
tough one,
But
dude.
anyway, before we get to that, Michelle, I
Yep.
think we should just give a moment of silence for Mike Eckerling.
Yeah, dude.
We've lost a guy, and I think he's my grade, isn't he? Wasn't Mike
Yeah.
Ryan
Yeah, he was.
87?
Yep. So you're older than
Yeah,
me, 87. So yes,
I
we
just
can
drove
certainly. Thank you
by-
for bringing that up.
I just drove by Independence Drive on White Oak on my way in.
Yeah.
And a lot of good memories, and that was way before the station when Mike came along. This is back when we were running around, and
Oh yeah.
Mike was always a good soul. So anytime Independence Park loses a native son, it's a tough day, and he was way too young to pass away. So
Yeah.
just want to give my condolences to Mike, and
His
I
family.
believe, wasn't Mike married originally to Angie?
Yep,
It was
Angie
kinda
Hart.
Class 86.
Yep.
Andy Hart. So we kind of all ran around during that time. It's kind of tough to see. It was funny. Chris Shaver, if you remember him, he sent me a video last night. He's in California.
Mhm.
He was watching Mellencamp, and he took a video of when he's singing Jack and Diane. And my brother always used to say, remember when you can hold on to 16 as long as you can. He actually sent me a clip last night. So it's kind of reminiscing back to those days. But anyway, I just thought I'd say that before I got into Matt, you're a little hangry, man. You guys better get him a little breakfast sandwich or something. Reardon
You
can
know,
get
I'm
a little,
a-
he can get
Kuz.
a little edgy if he gets a little bit hungry.
Yeah, Kuz, I'm going to let it rip when I can. It's limited opportunities that I put myself in places where I can do it. And you always know we were always pretty free speakers here on WJOB.
You got to be a little careful that that range is not there as you could tell, but of being able to say those things. But it's interesting that you bring up. I'm just going to say this. I'll be a little bit. I don't know. I can't think of the term this morning, but we may need to start bringing out the indictment, the wheel of indictment.
Ooh.
I'm getting a little birdie in my ear telling me that the feds may be closing in on some very high-ranking individuals, and that was always a big part of our show. So that could change a little bit about what you guys are talking. I'm just gonna,
Accountability
leaving
is-
it out there.
Accountability on all levels is key. That's a fact.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, and then I want to hear your take, because I know how you feel about data centers, because here's what I love about the hypocrisy of the United States of America. No one wants a data center, and then they will then go on their phone and their
Right.
websites and everything else and send it out to everyone that they don't want a data center. And how is people getting communicated by that data center? So we don't want it anywhere, but we want to use the technology, and we want it in someone else's backyard.
Yes.
Oh, indeed. I will be.
Put it where those people live. I've heard that.
Yeah.
So
Put it where those
isn't
people
it great
live.
that we put it in?
Oh.
We don't want it because it's terrible for us, but we will use the technology and then put it in someone else's backyard,
Right.
and be very happy and think that we won.
Mhm.
Yes. It is
So I know that you're a big proponent, and I'll go on record, and I know it's not going to happen in Munster, and you've been involved in that project. I would be the first person, if elected official in Munster, exploring every single option to bring $100 million into our community.
Oh, Dave, don't.
finance
Yep.
finance police, fire, quality of life for the people
Schools.
of Munster. I'd be the first to look at every opportunity we can, because as soccer
No,
someone
let's
that knows
not.
them,
Let's not talk about that, Dave. No.
People have no idea what it does. They don't use the amount of water. If we use too much water, then let's get rid of the golf courses. Because golf courses uses more water than that proposed data center.
Absolutely. Well, Dave, thanks for the call, and thanks for the.
So that'll get you guys going, and I look forward to hearing.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, we were just about to launch into that, so
we're gonna launch. All right. Well, everybody out there
thanks
listening,
for calling, man.
Turn off your phones. We have more calls, Adriana.
We do. Yeah, we got. Let's do this one right here.
All right.
Good morning.
Good
you
morning.
Are on the
You're
air.
on the air.
Good morning, Michelle. Hey, you was talking about Klein Avenue because I've been going up and down, and so let me tell you about it. The beginning of summer, the northbound Klein Avenue, they were doing all that construction, so that's all over. You can go west on 94, get off and go north and get off all the ramps going north on Klein. But southbound from Michigan Avenue, 1220 going into Gary, if you're going east on Michigan, you can get on Klein Avenue, but you can't get off 169th Street to go there. You can't go west on Chicago to go to Chicago. You can't go east.
Ugh.
If you take Klein Avenue from Michigan Avenue or anywhere north of 12 and 20, you're just going to go straight to Ridge Road because you can't get any on and off ramps on Klein. If you're coming east on 169th, they've got the ramp closed. You can't get on to go south on Klein Avenue from 169th Street, So it's, the thing is, it's going to be done pretty soon, pretty quick. I mean, I went by there yesterday, saw what was going on. I went over there and did some aerial shots of the area because I did Kennedy Avenue because they're doing construction on Kennedy. And one day I had to go somewhere, and I knew I didn't want to get off Klein Avenue because the ramp was closed. So I thought I'd get off Kennedy Avenue. Well, I couldn't get off Kennedy Avenue, so I thought, yesterday I'll go shoot aerial shots of all these constructions of Klein and Kennedy so I can see what's going on, But
sir,
that's what I wanted to let you guys know about that because Klein Avenue, the road did need improvement, need done, so we just got to, bear with the construction stuff,
Yeah. Oh, sure.
But the bad thing is these semis, combination trucks that going up and down Klein Avenue, when they got a ramp closed off, they go off another ramp and they don't realize some of these residential streets, you cannot drive a semi down.
Right.
And then they're turning corners and knocking telephone poles down,
Yeah.
They don't realize, they don't put enough warnings that don't use this exit, commercial trucks because, it's not a truck route, but no, they're doing pretty good. But being that you got him on there and now, wait, before I want to mention so you guys can talk about it, but last night on the news, I saw something many years ago, I used to do I don't know if you ever heard of that stupid thing a long time ago. It's called ICQ chat.
Oh, yeah.
I used to be in that thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it went away, but my son and people, they had that thing called MySpace, like it's Facebook,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw on the news, maybe you can check into it, Michelle, and you guys or somebody find out about it. I was listening to this talk last night. I didn't catch it right when it began, but am I hearing right that somebody's going to try to bring back that program MySpace?
I did see that. I did see something that they're talking about bringing it back. So
yeah, well, you know what? They got this, all this other stuff like all these other programs. The only thing I got is Facebook, and then I watch you guys and stuff. I don't go into all these chat things and TikToks and all that stuff, because I don't got time to mess around on computers like that. But now I'm going to let you go a second so we can get all the other callers. But so because you got Mark on there and Michelle,
yep.
So maybe you and both you guys and your callers could do some presidential jokes because today is National Presidential Joke Day.
Oh.
So maybe we could hear some presidential jokes. Okay. spice it up, and then the producer, I thought, I heard on this show that her brother's going to be back soon on the show. I thought it was today. When's that supposed to be?
It is today, and it is tentatively at 8:00. So keep listening for
okay,
that.
I want.
Yeah, we just got him back. The photos and everything we got of him. It was a real great experience to go over there, and also the weather over at San Diego is beautiful.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
And so he's going to be on, but now he's back right here in this area right now, right?
Yes, he is. Yep.
So when he got back, did you guys go out for dinner here? And what was the best place where did he want to go eat when he first got back here in the region?
Well, the first thing that he did want when we were over in San Diego, because they've been eating whatever military food that they were getting and then whatever they were getting in the chow hall. And the first thing that he wanted while we were still in San Diego, we spent a day out there, and he was like, I just want street tacos. And we're just like, all right. San Diego is very well known for their Tex-Mex. So we're like, wherever you go, whatever corner you're going to find tacos somewhere. Mm-hmm. So that's what he wanted the first thing. And then when we came home, my mom and my family had cooked for him on Sunday and Monday. So we had flautas, we had chicken fajitas, we had bona beef. That was one thing that he did want. Because it was either Portillo's or Bona. He did not have a preference. He was just like, beef sandwich. Okay. That's what I want.
Sure.
And then I'm trying to think what else. Of course, like bread from the panderia and everything like that.
I'll let you guys at 8:00 talk about all that thing, but being that you got him here and he wants to try something different, and I'm going to get everybody riled up. Take him to Big Frank's and have a Spam hot dog.
There you go. Thanks for the call.
All right. Hey, everybody have a nice day.
You too.
Enjoy your day. It's going to rain, and storms coming in. So just kind of be careful of this day today. And just remember, okay, it's Presidential Joke Day. So everybody spice up and talk. And I'd like to hear a good joke about a presidential joke, So everybody have a safe and wonderful day. And it's nice seeing a different kind of host. He almost looks like Larry.
Almost.
I shouldn't have said that, Almost. He ain't got real long hair,
No, I don't. I do not.
Well, for your presidential
All right, well,
joke.
Everybody.
Oh, wait.
For your presidential
okay,
joke.
take care, Mike.
Here you go. Yeah, we'll do this. Because I had looked some up. So, which U.S. president starred in a sci-fi movie?
Bedtime
Reagan.
for Bonzo.
Reagan.
You're close. Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, that was
He was in Bedtime for Bonzo.
right. That's what I was
Reagan,
thinking.
Sure,
But
he's an actor.
Yep.
I don't. There's the joke is in Washington D.C.
yeah,
That was another one, which is like, what's the problem with political jokes? They get elected for president.
that's right.
That's a good one.
That's right. So yeah, we were talking. Do we want to take more callers, or do we want to?
Yeah, sure. Let's
into
clear
our full
the
lines
clear
if
the
you guys
phone
want.
lines.
Okay.
Let's hear from whoever about whatever.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Glad you decided to bring me on. That's awful nice of you all.
Oh,
How you doing?
We're not going to do no rehashing. We're going to do some reminding this morning.
Okay.
Because, see, people say, well, you rehash everything. Sometimes it's good to remind them. It's not a matter of rehashing. It's reminding, because sometimes if we keep doing like we've been doing in this country, same thing could happen that happened in 2020. Mm-hmm. Okay? We know what happened in 2020. The denial of how was that 2020? No, that was when
January 6, 2021.
Yeah, 21.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So we're not going to rehash. We just want to remind. Today there is 4 states. It's Vermont, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Connecticut. They are voting. In my understanding right now of those 4 states that's having their primaries, because we know that you got a couple of 3 or 4 more before the November election. And right now, I'm thinking right now that the Democrats will take control of the Congress, because in play, and I usually keep up these numbers numbers. I'm a number guy. I keep up with these numbers. And the one that just had here in Michigan, and I just heard how these people coming at this guy say he's a socialist. And basically, Trump said he's a communist. I think there's a difference. Socialist is. Do you want Medicare for all? Absolutely. Everything that guy said, and I'm not saying I'm making an endorsement of the guy that won in Michigan. I'm just simply saying that right now people are hurting right now. They're hurting because of health care. They don't care if you or I was the president. If you got something talking about health care, because we know people in this country need health care. Now you got a guy, the Surgeon General of the United States. I believe his name was Kennedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now Kennedy needs some medication himself. I don't want to laugh at the man, but he needs some medication. Huh?
Yeah, I agree. He's out of bounds. You want to make that guy something else, but yeah, I mean, this track. I'm going to put somebody who's not a medical doctor in charge of medicine.
Well, they already said he don't know what he's talking about. If my doctor tell me something, I'm not going to listen to a guy who was an independent candidate. And as quick as he got this job, he's a Republican, I guess. He's in Kennedy, which is own family disowned.
That's true. So imagine you go to the doctor, they give you the download, and you just go, "That's a lie. You're wrong.
Yeah.
That can't be." I heard from people say all that stuff. Why would you do? It's unbelievable.
If you look at the current president, you look at his legs and look at his thing. He's got some issues. I don't care what his Surgeon General is saying.
He's got some issues, all right.
I think what happened. The president of the United States, he just had a guy confirmed, and they had one of the moderators asked, it might have been Christian Recker she asked him, well, is he going to do what you? You have to ask him. He's going to do what he want to do. We know that he won't do if he does what he want to do, he will be fired. He goes back to apprentice. So I'm just simply saying, and concluding here, I want to remind people right now, it is tough in this country. Right now, it's tough throughout the world. And Donald Trump has not done anything about it other than spread hate. It's whole country. And let's get these people out of Ohio who went there to do work. So I'm just saying, I'm an issue-oriented person, and I really am. And I say, now, if I want to judge a president, I want to give him from an A to F. He's an F. He's failed. Not only I'm saying it, even Fox is saying that he's down low below the water. I believe he's 30. Michelle, you might help me. What is it, about 30, 31%?
Mm. Who are those 31%? See, like I said, the 30%. 30% of people support that guy, no matter what. No matter what. It's bizarre.
Which meaning he's going to probably try to get rid of Fox to put him in that low, But we know that he's trying to get rid of you all there. That's what they say.
But, hey, man, thanks for the call. We appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, Quinn, where do you want to go? We got vast topics, but what do you want to talk about? I want to talk about money, land use, and what happens when that happens.
Yeah, we can talk about that because the next thing where we were kind of talking off the air about the situation in Lowell, and that's been entertaining to read. Yeah. So, and for those who, haven't been following the socials or the newspapers or anything like that, the Tri-Creek School Corp announced, was it last weekend? Yeah, it was last week, that they are not going to be able to have any sort of extracurricular activities for kids in K through 8. So that means they'll have to go, for the football players, they're going to have to go to AAU, sorry, didn't mean that extra A in there. And then next year, they won't be able to provide bus service anymore for anybody. Because, the thing that I love to point out, much to the chagrin of my editors, I'm sure, I asked them, I'm like, hey, so is anybody going to mention the fact that you guys voted down the referendum? Is anybody going to talk about that? Nah?
Yeah,
okay.
Why wouldn't you start with that?
Yeah. Well, no one wants to admit that.
Yeah, there. It's math. That's it. And I've said that a lot over my career about, if you just look at the math, what's it tell you, right? Schools cost X to run. Now, people can argue that, the first inclination seems to be the administration is being paid too much. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing. And then after that, there's they waste money on other things. I got news for you. That isn't happening.
No.
That is not happening. Now, can you find an instance of that? Yes. But by and large, that is not happening.
Right.
So Indiana sets up its tax structure where you have tax caps and levy limitations, meaning if the school wanted to raise taxes on everybody, they couldn't if they need money. So they have to do a referendum. Mm-hmm. They have to ask the voters.
Right.
So, hey, do you guys want to pay for X, Y, and Z, whether that's increasing salaries or capital projects for a school, and they make their case to the public. And, you have to have a good message because you're trying to convince people they should pay more money for something. So what's the value?
And I will say that, by and large, schools generally do a pretty terrible job of explaining.
It's lousy.
Yeah, it's fair at best.
I mean, it causes people want to know where and how schools are funded. So part of it is local property tax. The other part of it comes from the state. The state was going to pay for schools back when we went to 1, 2, 3 caps. Mm-hmm. That was all kind of bogus. They pay for about, 80% of it. So they don't pay for all of it.
Right.
So you have capital costs and transportation that you have to cover with local property taxes. So what does that mean? That means the dollars on our tax bill that go to the school district fund part of this. So the state, in their infinite wisdom, said if you want to do something different, or you want a science lab, or you want a gym that doesn't leak,
right?
You need to tax your own people in your own district. Mm-hmm. You need to sell it. You need to do it. Mm-hmm. And while they have still the oversight from the state, and the state giving out money to charter schools, which is a whole nother topic,
right?
So what happens? So you're asking somebody who's already mad about the escalated prices of everything, mm-hmm. the baseline, and then you're going to say, hey, look, it's X dollars extra a month. Mm-hmm. People get crabby. They want an explanation. So there's, in this instance, mm-hmm. and this instance will happen in Munster, mm-hmm. so you can do these things. Mm-hmm. You can cut people's wages. Mm-hmm. You can fire people.
Right.
Or you can find a project that pays for it.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the things you can do. Any elected official pretending that it's anything else is lying to your face. Period. They are lying to you. There's no math that gets anybody out of this situation with tax caps and levy limitations.
Nope.
None of it. And anybody, like I said, anybody who says otherwise is lying to you. Mm-hmm. They're just lying. Hey, I'm not going to raise taxes. We're going to be more efficient. No, what you're going to do is cut people who work for the mm-hmm. community XYZ's money.
Right.
And raise your hand out there if you love that. Hey, you got a job. It's full time. I'm going to take 10% of your wages. Adriana's making millions back there being a producer.
Woo! All
so
right.
You're going to take a pay cut, right? Who likes that? The answer is nobody. All right, so who are you going to fire? So let's say your 10% of your budget has to be cut. You have to do it. There's no other way around it. Mm-hmm. So which 10% of the people are you going to fire? Who gets fired?
It's probably going to be parks first.
So that's cool. People love that. Let's get rid of a public amenity first.
Right.
Low-hanging fruit, I don't use the park anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Great. Good idea. Not a good idea.
No.
So it is so I'm so tired of some elected officials around here literally just lying at the podium. Just lying. Like I saw a recent example in Munster, and you had an elected official mm-hmm. lie, or maybe he misunderstood the topic, which was you can't enter into a development agreement about a project. I'm like, that is completely inaccurate. You can enter into a development agreement for any project, anywhere, anytime. And if
Okay.
you have an elected official somewhere that doesn't know this, why are they an elected official? It is amazing, working on both sides of the coin, on the development side and the government side.
Right.
I can tell you what, and this is just a general message. It is for the development community out there. Pay attention to what the community wants, provide them what they're looking for, and you'll have a markedly easier time with your project. People are willing to, and they accept it. On the other side of the coin, on the government side, if you're not exploring every opportunity for revenue for your community, you're not doing your job.
Right.
I just don't want this, and I'm just going to say it. I just don't want data centers because, listen, they're warehouses with computers in them. They use a lot of power. That's what they do. They've been around for 50 years. I would urge anybody who's concerned about the well-being of those that live in and around them to look up on your computer again while you're posting against these things. Look up Loudoun County, Virginia, or just look up Buffalo Grove, closer by. You tell me what happened in those communities. You would think it'd be Sodom and Gomorrah in a place like Loudoun County, Virginia. Well, I'm here to tell you, Quinn, the average home value in Loudoun County, Virginia, across the 7 major communities there, is at least 1.5 times the value of a house in Munster. So what's that tell you? What's that tell you? So that's not San Diego, which you will pay because it's really nice there. But it just, I don't know where the hysteria came from. I have no clue. It is bizarre. And I'll say this. If a community can't manage a project, and I'm going to use a Bible factory as an example. I do this a lot.
Okay.
So I'm going to build a Bible factory, and I'm going to use a lot of water because I got to make paper. And I need permits because I have chemical processes, so I'm going to do that. So if a community said, well, I don't want you to build a Bible factory here because you're going to stink, you're going to do all this, I don't like it here. Then you go to this other model, which is it needs air permits for generators on site that go on when everybody else's generator goes on, Quinn. Like the power goes out in town and everybody's generator comes on. Well, we better stop that because evidently that's a huge problem somewhere. So I just get down to this. Listen, if you can't manage a project, no matter what it is, you shouldn't do it.
Sure.
If you don't have the capacity or the intellectual ability to figure out how to fit a project into your community, you shouldn't do it. In that, you should also understand the ramifications of not doing it. So let's talk about that. So hypothetically,
we do have to break.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because we do have a guest.
What?
We do have a guest coming on.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So do we leave it here, or can you stick around or not?
I'll stick around for 15.
Okay. All right.
Since I came in late.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Well, let's take our break.
Take a break. 7 o'clock.
Yep. That's what they said. Michelle Quinn, Adriana Alvarez, Matt Reardon. We will take a break. It is WJOB 1230 AM and 104.7 FM on your dial.
Need clean energy without the junk? I'm Jim Diedlow. I used to live on burgers, football, basketball, baseball. Now I'm gluten-free and more into biking, golf, and yoga. But I still need energy. That's why I love Paradise, developed by Emily D. Edwards right here in Cherville. My favorite is Paradise Packs Strawberry with gluten-free pretzels. Find it soon at Strachan Van Til or at spreadparadise.com.
Free summer music is still rocking at Fox Point. Our Wednesday night concert series brings Trippin' Billy's, The 1985, Elton Jeff and the Honky Cats, Mike and Joe, and Dick Diamond and the Dusters. Friday Night Lights brings you Gold Dust Dreams and One of These Nights on August 21st, and Mexico and El Corazon on September 4th. Fox Point in Lansing, Illinois is just minutes from I-8094, and parking is free. Visit foxpoint.org for our full schedule. That's point with an E, foxpoint.org.
The best just got better. Tech Credit Union is proud to celebrate being recognized with Best of the Region, Best CEO, and Best Banker. To celebrate, we're offering 3 special CD offers with rates up to 4.5% APY for a limited time. Visit techcu.org or stop by your nearest Tech Credit Union branch or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union, the better option for people and communities we serve. Member NCUA. Minimum deposit required. Offer subject to change. Visit techcu.org for complete details. Get ready for Wings Rock fun and prizes at Wing and Roll. Friday, September 25th from 5 to 9 at Bulldog Park Pavilion in Crown Point. Sample wings from Northwest Indiana's top chefs. Vote for the People's Choice. Enjoy live music from Backstory NWI and win incredible prizes. Tickets are $75 with tables of 8 for $575. Every dollar helps support Mental Health America of Northwest Indiana. Get your tickets now at mha.rallyup.com/WR2026.
IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors bring the highest standard of electrical work to Lake County homes, schools, and businesses. From everyday fixes to once-in-a-lifetime builds, we don't just get the job done, we get it done right and up to the highest safety standards. When you need electrical work, hire the professionals who power Indiana. Powering Indiana, Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community.
Good morning. We are back. That's what they said. I'm your host, Michelle Quinn. We've got our producer, Adriana Alvarez. And once again, we have a shifting cast of characters.
Yes, we do. We got a lot of guests this morning.
Yes, we do. So I will introduce everybody. This is Nikki.
Yes.
And over there, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name because I was too enamored. We have a really special guest, and I'm really bummed that he's way over there because he's so cute. But that's Norbert, and his handler is, I'm sorry, your name?
Elise Lester.
Elise Lester. And we have our friend over here from Humane Indiana. You are Phil.
Phil.
Phil, what's your last name?
Lester.
Phil Lester.
I am her husband.
Hey! Wow, very cool. So they are here to talk about a thing that they are doing. So I will let them get into it and go ahead and talk. Awesome. Talk about it. So I'll ask questions or I'll chime in as we go along.
Perfect. Elise, do you want to start by saying a little bit about Dogs for You and kind of what we do?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Dogs for You is a foster-based dog rescue that I founded last year, and our big event is coming up, our Golden Year with Norbert, and this is Norbert.
Look at this guy. Look
the
at
star
him.
of the show.
And he is, we joke that he's 200 years old. We're really not sure. He was found as a stray in Southern Illinois. He's blind, he's deaf, he has no teeth, so the vets really aren't sure how to get an appropriate age on him, so we're just going to go with 200. I think he's
Sure,
some
sure,
things.
that looks good.
Yeah, so he's the world's oldest dog.
Well, that's fine.
And we're just really excited. We are just had our 200th intake at Dogs for You. We have an amazing group of foster homes that the dogs live in, and we're able to save a lot of dogs from local animal controls. Some of them come straight off the streets locally, but most of them come through animal controls first, and then a lot of the animal controls don't do adoption straight from there, so we're able to get them into homes, get them evaluated, get them vetted, make sure they're spayed and neutered, and find them really great forever homes.
Okay. That's very cool. You said this was a year or two, or going on 2 years for
just 1 year.
Okay, just a year.
Rescue, yeah.
So talk to me, because I have several friends who are in rescue. Talk about that experience, because I mean, it's the most rewarding thing in the world, but I get the sense. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because it's also very, very heartbreaking, I would imagine.
It is. We really see the best and the worst in humanity, I think. You know, I see some really terrible things that makes me question why I continue to do this. And then I meet some of the most amazing people that literally will do anything to help an animal in need and not think twice about it. So I think that it's you really do. You see both sides of humanity on it, you know.
Sure. How many animals do you in this year that you've been doing it? How many did you say you placed, or?
We just had our 200 and we just passed our 200th intake.
Okay.
So we've had over 150 adoptions, and there's about almost 40 dogs currently in our orbit. We have a lot of puppies right now that aren't quite ready for adoption.
Sure.
I have a mom at my house that gave birth to 6 puppies on Tuesday.
Oh, great!
You sure do.
And,
see, now I think that would be fun, but I'm also not living in a house with 6 puppies.
It makes it hard to leave, honestly, because they're so cute and they're so little, and mom does all the work right now, so I just get to spoil her a little bit and let her take care of all the hard stuff and look at the puppies.
Does she let you near them yet?
She will, but I think she would prefer I wasn't, but just to take care of her. I'm not messing with them much. She's got her own room, and we're not accepting visitors or anything like that. She's just, we're letting her settle and do her thing. She came off a property with 19 dogs outdoors with no running water, so she's enjoying having air conditioning, I think, and fresh food and meals, and
so you'll do for now.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, so you guys want to, this event, we got the flyer up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Awesome.
So right here, all the event info. So if you guys just kind of want to do a rundown of when the event is, what it is.
That picture doesn't do Norbert justice, because I keep looking at him.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So yeah, the event is going to be on August 29th, and we have it from 4 to 9 p.m. And it's going to be at the St. John Township Community Center.
Okay.
This one's located at 1515 Lincoln Highway in Cherville.
Ironically, in Cherville.
What?
The St. John Community
Right,
Center.
ironically,
St. John Township, right? Yeah, I know.
Ironically enough, and they were kind enough to actually become our co-sponsor and donate the facility to us.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so we have a really exciting night planned. We have an outstanding comedian who is actually volunteering his time coming out from Indianapolis.
Ooh, who's the
all the
comedian?
way. His name is Stratton Smith.
Okay.
We met him when we were at a conference in Indianapolis.
Sure.
And he was just so outstanding. We asked him if he would come, and then he offered to volunteer his time, which was totally awesome. Then we'll have dinner and dancing. We have DJ Downtown Jeremy Brown joining us again. We're going to have dinner, and then we'll have raffle baskets, merchandise, and then, of course, cash bar. I would like to take a second here to thank all of our sponsors. We could not do this without you. Our presenting sponsors, of course, Hydrant Pet Center. Hydrant Pet Center is located in Highland, and I'm actually the marketing director for Hydrant Pet Center. And one of my favorite parts of what we do is we have this amazing partnership with Dogs for You, where every single dog that is adopted out gets a first free groom from us, on us, and a bag of dog food.
Oh, wow.
Yes, as part of their adoption package. Yes. So we're super, super proud of the relationship we have, and it's been wonderful. And then we also have Pafucci's, who is sponsoring, and this is a brand new indoor dog park and barkery located in Maryville. Awesome, good time. We have Tiger Plumbing that's located in Highland, and then Around the Clock Heating and Air, which is located in Griffith. And then Ben Tamara of Medium Shot Media offered to be our videographer, make us a really awesome video of the evening. So we are super excited. Right now, what we're most focused on is our ticket sales, which we do have a QR code. I believe it was just up. And then also tickets can be purchased by searching, if you just Google search a Golden Year with Norbert and Zeffy. That's where the link is to purchase the tickets.
I might be able to get it on the website too if I
yeah.
if I can find a minute tonight.
In all of your free time, and all your free time.
I was thinking that I should put the link on the website so it's easier to find too for the event. I'm really excited, and I'm so appreciative of all of our sponsors that have been our Norbert's Treat Jar sponsors.
Yes.
And Norbert's really excited about the event too. He'll be there making an appearance.
Oh, I'm sure. No paps, please.
Yes. he said maybe we might get some photo ops, right?
So I was gonna say, how do you live with putting him down? I don't know if I could ever put him down.
I don't reel off.
Okay.
No.
He likes to be held.
Yeah.
That's right. He is super comfy where he is.
There's a little dog song. I think it fell on the floor. But he would live in this.
It's a banana sack. Oh my gosh, that is adorable.
He loves his little Norbert pouch. He would live in his pouch if he could. He would like to sleep in there and just be attached to me. He holds on to my shirt.
Excellent.
Don't let go, Mom.
So how does he? We'll get back to the event and everything, but how does he navigate? They have a remarkable way of figuring it out. I know that, but
he does. He maps really well. I have an affinity for blind dogs and deaf dogs and old dogs and teeny tiny young dogs and
yes,
all dogs really, but there's two spectrums that I tend to gravitate towards are the super old and the super young.
Okay.
So he gets around decently at our house. He maps really well. If I put him down, he would be all over this room. I mean, but he kind of bounces off corners to map it out, and it's not real easy to watch sometimes. But he does well at home. He
got
spends
his
a lot
spots.
of time on the couch.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's got certain spots. He's got a rug that he knows he eats on every day. We keep his beds in the same place. He knows where his couch is, and he knows it's too tall for him to jump off of. He's got his
He knows.
He just kind of goes from spot to spot.
We bring him outside. He goes potty outside, and then we come in, and you have to put him in front of the water bowl where there's a special rug, so he knows he can find it if he's out by himself. But like that's just kind of he's got his routine. He goes out, he comes in, he drinks his water, and it's kind of a joke around the house because they'll say, "Bert went out. Well,
did you water him?
Did you water him?"
Yep. So going to these puppies get their first, spa treatment, as it were. As how do you guys deal with stray dogs? And I'm imagining these are dogs that have never had this kind of pampering. How does that work? Are they receptive? How do you handle it?
Yeah, most of the time they're fairly receptive. I've noticed, especially with the rescue dogs, it almost seems like they have a sense of gratefulness.
Okay.
I would say most of the time, just from being pulled out of whatever horrific situation we happen to
You can see the
get them
relief.
in. Yeah, you can almost sense and feel and see the relief. So I'd say it's going very well. And hydrants, we're really good about it's, hey, we picked up a dog, it's completely matted, can you please shave it today? Even if we don't have the time or the room, we're gonna make it happen so that we can get this dog, the most comfortable that it can be. We actually brought a gift for Norbert today since it's his golden year. If it's okay with you,
no, please.
We gotta do an unveiling.
Open his gift.
We need more Norbert content, is what I'm thinking.
So, Norbert, I brought you a nice happy birthday bone.
That's cute.
He's like, wait a minute, do I know?
Look at that. And then there's one more thing in here that is probably too huge, so Mom's probably gonna have to cut it about 7 times to get it to fit you, but we got you a little bandana.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah, so happy birthday, Norbs. And then he's got his slightly dramatic shirt on. Are we able to see that?
Oh, you are not dramatic, Norbert. You are...
He's just chilling, living his best life.
You are so welcome. Yeah, there you go. He likes it. I love that. That is amazing.
Does anybody know how long he was out wandering in the cold, cruel world?
I can't imagine long. He probably wouldn't have survived.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too. They said he was in the middle of the street. Like, if you see the condition he was found in, I think I have photos like way back when on the Facebook page. But
okay.
It's
horrifying.
Yeah, it's disgusting. For a dog that can barely walk, you know what I mean? He's got no teeth. He can't hear. He can't see, and he's so matted and. He looks like this big, and he's, they shave him down, and he's
like
itty bitty.
Yeah.
And this is in the middle of January too, that he's outside by himself in Illinois. So don't fall off the table, bud.
Yep, that's right. There's the
I'm too excited. Wait, I want
Here, we'll
Mom.
put your little bone by you so you can keep your paw on it. There you go. I think he likes it. Oh my
God.
goodness.
I'm dying.
How adorable. We also brought a gift for Adriana. I know you're over there, but
it's
okay if we open
yeah,
it up
that's
for you?
fine.
We'll kind of show you what we brought you
Oh
today.
my goodness, thank you.
Yes, we got a few exciting things in here for you today. So, in honor of Norbert's golden year, we got you a little Kong.
A little Kong.
Yes.
Oh
toy,
my goodness.
Little keychain, and then this is probably going to be my favorite thing that we give you. Your own dogs for you.
Oh my
Dogs
goodness,
for
thank
you.
you so much.
My wife is very pragmatic.
Oh my goodness.
That's right.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, that's the best thing.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I lied. This is the best thing. It is a Norbert sticker that has Norbert slapped in the middle.
He's gonna go straight on my laptop. I got you. He's gonna go straight on my laptop.
It's specially designed. We're actually, some of the merchandise we're going to have at the Golden Year with Norbert event is going to be with Norbert's logo that was designed by Gabby with Rainbow's Art, and it's on my shirt too. So some of the shirts like this,
yeah,
with Norbert's face instead of the heart, like our normal logo. So
thank you so much. much. That's so exciting.
You are so
oh my goodness. Yes, I remember going to the event this past summer with everyone there it was the Pups and Pints.
Yep.
Ooh.
And we absolutely loved that event. I brought my family with me, and you guys had just amazing information and all that. They almost adopted the dog named Tater Tot.
Okay.
My dad was like, he's coming home with us. I'm like, our dog's gonna be jealous. But we got somebody was making blankets for dogs, and my dog, she absolutely loves the blankets. We had found out about the brand Good Boy there at the event too, and ever since then we've been telling everybody about that brand, and it's just everybody's been loving it. And the event that you guys had, we've heard such great positive reviews on, and that with all the information that you guys had, it definitely helped out a lot of fur parents with their fur babies, and it was just an amazing event. We absolutely loved it. So to hear about a golden year with Norbert, we got the flyer right here, and we'll put it up again. It's just really cool that you guys are doing these events, and that not only is it a big fundraiser to help all of these animals in need, but also it's just to kind of celebrate the achievement of you as well within the organization that you run, and as well as all the good that you are doing here in Northwest Indiana.
Thank you so much for saying that. We really appreciate it. Was, Pups and Pints was such an exciting day for us, and everything we do with the rescue truly does feel rewarding at the end of the day, and I couldn't be more proud to be a part of this rescue.
Very cool.
And then you guys have also this adoption party.
Yes. So every month, Hydrant Pet Center also holds an adoption event for Dogs for You, and we have a different theme every month. So this month is every dog's birthday. Since most shelter and rescue dogs, we don't know their actual birthdays. So we're going to celebrate every dog's birthday. Elise is going to come out with some of her puppies and dogs. Who knows what she's going to bring with her, or who's going to be coming. And then everything is free. We do free photos. We have free snacks for the people. We have free gift bags for the pets.
Mm-hmm.
We have raffles. It is such a good time. And like I said, we do this once a month. So it'll be August 15th, which is this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. right at Hydrant Pet Center in Highland on Kennedy Avenue.
There we go.
Nice. And with this event, how many animals do you have of it? Is it just dogs, or is it cats as well?
Dogs.
Okay, so how many dogs do you have available to adopt, and then how many people do you expect to show up at this event?
Currently available for adoption, probably around 20
Okay.
dogs, I'm guessing, because we have about 40, but a lot of the young puppies aren't ready yet, and the moms that are still taking care of their babies. But we usually bring to our events at Hydrant, which we're so appreciative of our partnership and them hosting us, is we usually bring at least a couple puppies, like 8-week-old puppies, and then 1 or 2 older dogs also. We don't want to take over the whole show either at the event, and make sure that there's time for people to spend and get their photos taken with their own dogs, and you know what I mean? So whatever fosters are available, we'll bring their dogs out, though. And if there's a specific dog that you're interested in meeting at the event, you can always reach out to us, and we will make it happen. We can always get in contact with fosters, even if they're not available to be there themselves, and arrange to have the dog there. If there's a specific dog you're looking to meet at the event, you should definitely reach out and let us know. Otherwise, we usually announce just the day before, because we have adoptions going on all day, every day, out of foster homes. So we never know for sure who's still going to be available on Saturday. And I'm usually not comfortable making the call until Friday night. And then I'm like, okay, here's your lineup of who you'll see tomorrow.
So someone who's interested in fostering with you guys, how do they get in touch with you?
Oh, I would love that. I need fosters. We need fosters so bad. We
number
can't
one
save
need.
dogs without fosters. But period. There's nowhere for them to go. I can only squeeze so many dogs into our personal home.
So you haven't built the extension on the house yet?
Not yet.
Okay, we're getting there.
Not yet.
So,
our website, www.dogs4u.org, has our foster applications, our adoption applications. There's a email, there's a phone number. Feel free to reach out with questions or just fill out the application. We cover everything for fosters. We cover all the food, any supplies that you may need for the dog. We cover all the cost of the vetting for the dog while we're getting them adoptable. We can cover transportation. I kind of like to tell people I want them to be as involved or not involved in the process as they want to be.
Sure.
So if the foster is comfortable doing meets with potential adopters, by all means, like, and you want to be a part of that process, like, you do that. You know what I mean? You can absolutely tell me this isn't the right fit for my foster.
Don't forget the St. John's Farmer Market if they just wanted to meet you and some of the other people.
Cedar Lake.
I mean,
yeah.
Cedar
Okay.
Lake.
Cedar Lake, yeah.
Yeah. We're at the Cedar Lake Farmers Market every time that they're open, which is we're down to Wednesdays now. We just finished the last Saturday, but we have dogs out there. And yeah, you can always just stop by and ask questions about fostering too. I think almost all of the volunteers that come out to events have foster dogs in their homes. So there's lots of people that you can talk to kind of see what their experience is. But we try to make it as easy as possible, and low barrier to entry to maybe see if having a dog in your home is what you're looking for. And we'd like to remind people that fosters always get first dibs on adopting their foster dog too. I know some
foster fails.
That's why I could never do that. I foster fail every time.
But yeah, I mean, but you can only help so many dogs. You know, I mean, everyone's capacity is only so many to have as like permanent pets that you're supporting and housing. So we love our fosters. We love our foster fails too, but the fosters that continuously foster and, you know, the dogs keep on getting adopted and then they've got room to save another dog, and it's literally saving a life, you know.
Literally.
So,
did you guys ever think you were going to get into fostering, you know, when you started this endeavor, or how did, you know, what's the discussion like?
Well, she knew as a very young girl that she was going to do this. She put something together. Saving all the animals. And, maybe 4 or 5 years old.
I think 10. It was a school project, but we found it recently. A little laminated book that I did in the 4th grade about finding homes for all the animals. About finding homes for lost animals.
Look at you go!
And I had absolutely no idea my life would end up like this. But I love dogs, so it's okay.
See, there you go.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We do got one caller if you guys want to take it before the end of the show. I know you guys don't have earbuds in to hear them, but we'll just kind of iterate what they are going to tell you. Oh, well, okay. Maybe caller, if you want to call back.
Yep.
We had somebody from Indianapolis calling in, so maybe they know of your guys' organization, so if they want to call back in, 219-845-1100. But so as we were kind of wrapping up this interview here, again, if you just want to shout out both of the events and where people can find the information, that would be great. If you want to start off with the Golden Year with our guest star Norbert.
Yes.
Yep.
But when we go.
But yeah, it's always a good time. And as far as attendance, last month we had, I would say, probably about 75, 80 people come through. So it was quite the jam. So we're expecting probably about the same for this one, I would say.
Excellent.
Yeah, for this one. And then for Norbert's event, we are capping out tickets at 130.
Nice.
All right, there we go.
Well, very cool.
Kind of any last kind of mention, shout outs as we are about to take a break?
Thank you to you guys.
We're happy to have you. And again, if I'd have known, I'm excited. Norbert,
yeah.
The
star of the show.
But you guys are fantastic. Thank you for what you do. I know that it's extremely hard, but extremely rewarding. But
yeah.
It is. It definitely is.
Both sides.
Very cool.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you for everything, and we really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you.
Sure.
Guys.
Anytime. Let us keep us apprised of what you guys are doing.
Yes, we will. We will. We always got something on the burner, so
yeah. Anytime you guys come on in, and we're so happy to be able to promote events like these, especially us as animal lovers. We're like, yes, save all the pets.
Yes, save all the pets, like Lisa at 10 years old. So.
Very cool. So, all right, we are going to go take a small break now. This is WJOB 1230 AM and 104.7 FM on your dial.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up, apologizes, and welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Strachan Van Til, where making life easier starts with a smile.
Ogren Insurance, Hammond's oldest family-owned independent insurance agency, now in its third generation providing clients in the Chicago area with products from quality insurance companies to handle your every need. Regardless of driving history, Ogren Insurance can find the right coverage for you at competitive prices. To learn more about the insurance solutions and services we offer throughout Indiana, Illinois, and Michigan, call 219-933-0076 or visit our website, ogreninsurance.com. We're located at 6929 Homan Avenue in Hammond, Indiana. Do business locally with someone you know and trust.
From the gas in your car to the heat in your home and the roads that you drive on, our work powers daily life. We are USW Local 71, the proud men and women of the Whiting Refinery. We're not just refinery workers. We're your friends and neighbors, raising our families here, shopping in the same stores, and cheering in the same stands. USW Local 71, powering the region because we are the region.
We've had some cars run into the barrier wall, not paying attention. They were on their phone.
Texting, scrolling. Yeah, it's bad.
Most often they be on their phones or they're just not paying attention. They can cause a crash.
We could stand on the side of the road and watch every other vehicle looking down into their lap as they're passing us. You know what they're looking at. They're looking at their phone.
Phones. On their phones, not paying attention.
Phones.
I'm not a mathematician, but I say probably about 80% of the people who pass me are on their telephones.
No call, text, or video is worth putting yourself or a road worker in danger. When driving through construction, LIUNA members ask you for your sake and ours.
Slow down, stay off your phone, please. Be aware of where we're at, where the cone zones are at.
Stay off your phones and buckle up and drive safe.
We're not asking for much.
This is Brian Short, Business Manager for the Indiana Laborers District Council. Everyone deserves a safe place to work. Do your part in the cone zone. Slow down, save a life. We're all in this together.
A message from Laborers International Union of North America and affiliated locals.
welcome back. You are here with That's What They Said. I am your host, Michelle Quinn, and we have our producer, Adriana Alvarez, and the boss extraordinaire, Lori Whalen, has come in. I've brought her in because, I don't like sitting here by myself, but she is fabulous. So we are inviting her in. And we have a caller coming in. Yep. Any moment.
We do have them on the line, but we are going to do some traffic.
That's cool.
We
do need to do traffic and weather first, so we'll do that.
So currently right now at the Shack Event Hill Studios, it is 77 degrees. Today we're seeing highs of 79 degrees and lows of 69. A few thunderstorms, some severe, not as warm. Cloudy, then sun and clouds this afternoon. Storms can bring downpours, damaging winds, and even an isolated tornado in some parts.
Outstanding. We haven't had enough of those this year.
Oh my goodness. I had told my brother we're coming back from sunny San Diego. It has barely rained over there. We come home. We're getting off the plane, driving home, and we see just thunderclouds everywhere. We got caught in that downpour before we could even get all of the luggage into the car. And I'm like, well, Mother Nature really said, you haven't been home. Yeah. We're going to show you what you've been missing. It's okay. Tonight we're getting partly cloudy and humid weather with a strong thunderstorm in the area with a low of 69 degrees. On Wednesday, highs of 82 degrees, lows of 69, humid with a thunderstorm in spots throughout the day and into the nighttime. And then on Thursday, highs of 77 degrees and lows of 68, humid with a thunderstorm and a few showers later on in the nighttime. Taking a look at traffic. Traffic in the Northwest region is still looking pretty good. 65 going north and south is looking good. 80 going east and west is looking good. 90 going east and west is looking good. Chicago Skyway, Bishop Ford, Dan Ryan are all looking great. So we're not seeing a bunch of heavy traffic this morning, which is amazing if you are headed into those areas. So let's take a quick little phone call here.
Okay.
And let's get started.
We provide grants directly to the teachers and staff for any kind of maybe projects that they might have going on, classroom projects, educational experiences, things that go beyond the typical school funding. Those sponsorships do benefit the Education Foundation, which is a full volunteer staff that we have. Mm-hmm. And it just goes back to helping with those grants and educational opportunities that we provide for the students of Griffith. Mm-hmm. Last year, we did 18 grants, totaling $14,000.
Wow.
Previous year, we did 17 grants at about $16,000. The year before that was $26,000. I mean, so we are a huge contributor to the Griffith Public School, and just really kind of getting some of those more fun initiative things out for the students and the staff. But the Rock and Run 5K that we do is kind of our biggest fundraiser that we're really trying to promote.
Okay, so this is
second year.
I'm sorry, I was gonna. So this is something you do annually. What was that experience like?
It is. I am not a runner.
Right. No, exactly. I wouldn't run if I'm on fire. So I feel you.
So I never knew kind of what went into putting a race together. I only ever participated in Girls on the Run with my kids. Mm-hmm. But it's just a lot of, it's a lot of canvassing. Me and Teresa Rivas, and we have Amber Kane, Deb Carver. There's quite a few of us. A lot of the administrators in Griffith help us just going, business to business, kind of looking for sponsorships, just so that way we hope to at least break even, if not make it a profitable event. Mm-hmm. And so we canvass businesses. We're going door to door. We're working with Griffith PD to make sure that they already have so many roads blocked off for the rock and rail. Mm-hmm. So we're working closely with Griffith PD, the Parks Department, the Vest in Griffith, mm-hmm. Also the students in the schools. So it is a lot just to kind of work with the community, kind of canvassing, asking for donations, asking for sponsorships, and then just making sure you have all your, legalities handled. So it is definitely this year was better than last year, since last year was our first year. Right. We were a little lost. So this year we feel like, okay, we have a great handle on it. So mm-hmm. now that we understand now that we kind of know all the background stuff this year and hopefully years moving forward, we're really pushing, getting more participants involved and making it a lot bigger of an event for Griffith.
Well, that's cool. And then going back to the grants that you give, how do you process, or walk us through the process or how a teacher goes, hey, I need money, or, how does the application process work?
Yeah, so what we do is we send out an application, and it's actually open for any staff in Griffith.
Okay.
And what they do, so we send out an application, they essentially apply, and then there's a committee of us that sit together and we vote on them. And it is very difficult because the ideas and projects and things that the staff in Griffith have in their mind are all amazing. Mm-hmm. I mean, if we had it, we would fund all of them. So it is not easy, kind of having to go through and kind of pick them. It does help when we have, like, Leah Dumazich will sit with us and she'll kind of say, hey, we have some funding in this, or, and so that does help us kind of know, is there another source of funds that these teachers or staff members could get this grant funded. So there is kind of a committee of us that we sit together. We do it between September and October, just so that way the teachers can have these items, hopefully for like most of the school year. Mm-hmm. Some of the cool ones that we've done, I mean, even last year we provided some cameras and photography and editing for the Griffith Panther Eyes, which is the press that they have there. Also, the photography classes. A really neat one that we did, actually, Officer Greist, he runs a paranormal club with our students, and so he asked for some cleaning kits. So what the students do is they actually are going to grave sites and they're actually like cleaning old headstones and, mowing and really beautifying the area, which we just thought was like such a neat way to kind of give back to the community. So it's a range of things that we fund. We have helped to fund field trips for Camp Tecumseh with our PAP students, which our PAP program is the Panther Adult Pathway. So it's students 18 to 22, actually. Yep. Mm-hmm. And they go to Camp Tecumseh. And so we help with that. We've helped with the Washington, D.C. trip for our 8th grade students. Mm-hmm. But then we also do kind of more typical things. We help with academic Super Bowls, so that way those students don't have to pay to attend those academic bowls. Yeah. We've helped with, book clubs. We helped get kindergarten teachers, all tables, like dry erasable tables. So it's a huge range of projects. We wish we could fund them all. Right. It's just we're not able to, but it is the ideas that the teachers and just the staff in general are so amazing. So we really hope that, this Rock and Run 5K can, over the years, get to be like one of our bigger fundraisers, just so that way we can provide even more. That's the goal, is to get as much back to these kids that we can in Griffith.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about, Lowell and how they've lost, they're about to lose several of the things that, or extracurriculars and eventually bus things. But the one thing that you can say on the flip side is that Griffith has always looked out for its own. It's amazing. And so, you guys have got that going, and I'm sure that things will continue to improve, or not improve, but, only grow and get better, because you guys have that is the one thing Griffith does come out for its kids.
Yes, it was a large chunk of change outside of our regular grant funding, but it was something that was so needed in our community that now the auditorium has a great sound system. So if anybody ever goes to see the plays or is ever in the auditorium there, the sound system was provided by us. It was some years ago. I can't remember if it was 5 or even a little bit longer, but we try to just really help Griffith as much as humanly possible, and as much as our funds allow. We try to get those funds put right back into the school.
That's very, very cool. So I don't know if I have any more questions.
If anybody's interested.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know how we can sign up.
They can. If you even do a simple Google search of Rock sponsoring the Rock and Rail, since we are just like completely separate I guess entity almost.
Sure.
So we're not on the actual flyer of Rock and Rail. I think that's something we'll maybe try for like next year.
Yeah.
To get us actually embedded with that.
Sure.
I think it's more of like the sponsorships. We want people to know they're sponsoring us, just the race when they sponsor us, and not the Rock and Rail. So that way, I know in the past there were before there were some issues with sponsorships, thinking they were sponsoring Rock and Rail, but they were really just sponsoring the race. So that's why we also changed the name just to Rock and Run 5K. So that way, any sponsors weren't confused when the Rock and Rail did put out their publication. So I don't think we're on that flyer. Next year, I'm hoping that we can definitely get on that, because I think that would definitely help our cause as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. So, all right. Well, I don't have anything else. Anything else you want to add, or?
No, I think that's all. We're just hoping for another great turnout. We would love for people to sign up and get connected.
All right. Well, that's it. You guys have heard it. I hope you guys get some more runners. It won't be me. I'm sorry. I wouldn't run if I'm on fire. I might watch. What is the run route? Has that been determined yet, or?
It is, yes. So on the Rock and Run website, like if you go to runsignup.com, that links you there. That's where most of the runners in the community sign up for their races. It is the map. So we start at Central Park. And we run down and around, almost down by Main Street, and then we run up north to the bike path, but we don't run past 45th Street. So 45th Street's where we turn around.
Sure.
Then they will run down Pine Street, so they'll get a nice look across the high school as well, and run back to Central Park. So it all takes place right at Central Park, and does lead people through a little bit of downtown so they can kind of see the Rock and Rail.
Sure.
And then the car show takes place at noon. So we always tell our runners, hey, stay, enjoy the car show. That's always a huge event.
Oh, yeah.
And then, stay for Rock and Rail and enjoy all the music.
All right. Well, there you go. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me. We greatly appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for calling in and letting us know, and you guys have a great event.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. It's all right. Running and doing and everything.
And I know some of the callers have been talking about the buffering. I did notice that, and I wasn't sure if that was the internet, but but I noticed on your screen it was buffering here too.
Yeah, so
I'm looking at my phone and it's fine, but then I close the app, come back in, and then it buffers a little bit, then it's fine. I'm looking at our end. It says we have excellent connection on both sides, so I don't know if it's the YouTube app itself that's not wanting to work, but we're going straight to YouTube, so there's not much else we can do in that sense. So hopefully it's buffering just for today, and then tomorrow it'll be okay.
Okay.
Well, that's all right. So what do we got up next?
Well, we're going to take a break.
Okay, that's cool.
And then we will be back. We're going to figure that out on the break right now.
All right.
So you're listening to That's What They Said on WJLB 1230 AM 104.7 FM in Hammond, Indiana, here at the Track Evento Studios. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
I'm Pastor Eric Boone, pastor of the Tree of Life Church here in the great city of Gary, Indiana. The Notre Dame Credit Union. Go beyond and above to make sure that we are in position to make that greater impact. Listen, this credit union is one of a kind. And I'm looking forward to the future because I know that we will continue to do greater things together, and I'm forever grateful for a credit union like this.
Visit NotreDameFCU.com.
Hey Region, I'm T, and I grew up in East Chicago, went to college in Gary, worked out of Munster, and raised my family in Crown Point. I'm Region to the core. I created Region Hot Sauce, the flavor of the region. Added to chicken, fish, pizza, eggs, and more for the perfect blend of heat and flavor. Visit RegionHotSauce.com for a complete list of locations or to order direct. Region Hot Sauce, the flavor of the region.
We've had some cars run into the barrier wall, not paying attention. They were on their phone.
Texting, scrolling. Yeah, it's bad.
Most often they be on their phones or they're just not paying attention. They can cause a crash.
We could stand on the side of the road and watch every other vehicle looking down into their lap as they're passing us. You know what they're looking at. They're looking at their phone.
Phones. On their phones, not paying attention.
Phones. I'm not a mathematician, but I say probably about 80% of the people who pass me are on their telephones.
No call, text, or video is worth putting yourself or a road worker in danger. When driving through construction, LIUNA members ask you for your sake and ours.
Slow down, stay off your phone, please. Be aware where we're at, where the cone zones are at.
Stay off your phones and buckle up and drive safe.
We're not asking for much.
This is Brian Short, Business Manager for the Indiana Laborers District Council. Everyone deserves a safe place to work. Do your part in the cone zone. Slow down, save a life. We're all in this together.
A message from Laborers International Union of North America and affiliated locals.
Have you ever considered becoming an iron worker? Local 395 is now accepting applications for their apprenticeship program. Go to ironworkers395.com. Look under the training section, click on apprenticeship, and scroll down to the application. You must be 18 years old, have a high school diploma or GED, and you must be physically able to perform the work of the trade. Find out more by calling the apprenticeship school in Lake Station at 219-962-7675 or visit ironworkers395.com.
And we're back. Buffering, not buffering. We are still here on the radio.
Yes.
So we are, that's what they said. I'm your host, Michelle Quinn. We have our producer extraordinaire, Adriana Alvarez.
Good morning.
The wonderful boss, Lori Whalen. And we are now going to talk about Adriana's big trip.
Yeah.
Retrieving her brother from...
Yeah, my brother slept in this morning, so we're just going to just tell the stories from our point of view.
There you go.
Maybe sometime this weekend, or maybe I can get a quick little clip interview at home. We'll record it, and then we'll play it on the air in the morning on Thursday.
Sure.
So we'll try and do something like that. But we did go to San Diego for his Marine graduation. We had left on Wednesday morning, and we came back on Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun, waking up at 4:30 in the morning almost every single day. San Diego is 2 hours behind us, so we were really still on Chicago time, and I didn't think that would make such a big difference.
It does.
Until I'm waking up, when we didn't have to be up, I'm still waking up at 5 in the morning. I'm like, why can't I do this for work and feel fine? But we had got there on Wednesday, and some of our family that my cousin and her wife, they live in Hawaii.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Her work has her stationed there, and she was oh my goodness, I'm trying to think, and my mom can correct me in the chat because I know she's listening. I believe my cousin Lori was in the Navy, and she also worked alongside with the Marines as well.
Okay.
So it was really cool for her to be there at the graduation with us, and my brother was really excited to see him and Candace. He was so excited to see them. They had came from Hawaii to San Diego. We also had other family out there. My cousin Michelle and Ann Hoskell live in California, about 45 minutes away from San Diego. So we got to see family on happy terms that live far away, so that's always nice. But the first day that we got there, we went and we stayed in Old Town, which it felt like San Antonio.
Okay.
With all the little shops and everything, we absolutely loved it. So the first day we were just kind of there with our family from Hawaii, and just kind of settled in before the next day. We had woken up at 4:30 in the morning to get ready, dressed and everything to be on the shuttle at 6 in the morning. But we had got on there, had breakfast, got on about 6:20 to get to the Marine base. So the best part with the shuttles is that the buses do not have to go through the big car inspection because they already know.
Okay.
So we're going in. They had checked us and everything. We had the scanners to make sure we didn't have anything on us. Got in, and there were so many people. And I had brought sunscreen because I saw UV's a 10 every single day. I'm like, I'm not getting sunburned.
That's right.
So the first day was family day. We had got in there, and they had everybody in a really big line. And before we were able to see him,
how many was in his class?
In his platoon, there were about 40 to 50 guys in his platoon. There was 7 that did it for the Delta Company. So there's a bunch of different companies. He was in Delta Company, 1st Battalion, and they did like their morning run before they even were released to us for Family Day. So we were able to see him, and I can just show some pictures here. For the first time that we did see him after the morning run, he's right here. Let's see here. Whoop, there we go.
Oh, my Lord.
So this was him. Right there in the middle of the glasses.
Oh.
They all are standing. This is not as standing at attention. This is just kind of at ease.
Okay.
And it's really funny because when he's talking to us and to family, he does this. So I go up to him. I'm like, at ease, Marine, at ease. He's like, I keep forgetting. But that was one of the pictures. So then let's see if I can find another one. This was before their run and that they're released to us. And they're just doing like their workouts in front of us. So this is them doing their push-ups. And they said that when they were practicing for Family Day on the parade deck, they were doing it in the heat, and that a couple of them got 2nd to almost 3rd-degree burns on their hands because of the hot concrete.
Yeah.
So that was him beforehand, and then I have a picture of all the family with our banner, and I'm just like, well, they're here, so let's do that one. So this was all of us right here. We like to use the phrase, that one's mine, because my grandfather, when he was alive, he would like to come to all of our events, and he'd point us out. He'd be like, that one's mine, right there, front side, that one's mine.
Excellent.
So this is my parents right next to me, my grandmother on the end, and then my cousin, Lori and Candace. So we had the big banner to be like, yep, we're right here. But
Excellent.
Even before we got into the bleachers, it was actually quite funny because it's a whole line of people, right? It's a whole line of people. So when you're ready to come to go sit down, first come, first serve. So my family looks to me and they said, you used to be run track, go. And I'm like, what? They're like, go run, go get a seat. So what I did is I'm over here running in my cowboy boots around strollers and older people and toddlers to get a seat. Okay. And I'm over here. I'm like, one leg's over here. I'm like laid out onto the bleachers to make sure that I'm saving this whole row for us. And I'm like, okay, somebody needs to get over here right now. So we were able to see him there. They sent us back to the theater to have everything that we can do on Family Day. So on the Marine base, like they have the I call them little dormitories because I looked at them and they have their emblems, and like there's Lima, Delta, Alpha Company. I'm like, you guys look like sorority girls. They have all that, and then the recruits and training. So like one whole side is all the training, and the other side is like a little tiny little town in the Marine base for those who are on base. So they did their morning run, and then he was released to us. They had done this right here that kind of shows all of them walking with their group.
Okay.
With their different platoons. So we had seen them here in their kind of dress. This isn't their dress blues. This is just a
dress greens.
Yeah, I call them dress greens. Different form of uniform that they had. And then he is right here, and I was like, oh, look at you standing so nice and tall in your uniform. So he's right there, and the only way that I could really tell from any photos or anything is his tattoos. That definitely helped. I'm like, okay, I see the ones on your arms and everything. I know which one is my brother.
Excellent.
So here's everybody in his little platoon. Mm-hmm. So then now they were released to us, and when they were released to us, it was actually quite funny because they're like, okay, now go hug your Marines. They're released for just the family day. Family day, you had to stay on base. Graduation, you take them home. Well, he's released to us, but he's like, we have to go off the parade deck, go, go, go. We're like, okay. What? Wait a minute. We thought we could just like go up to you right now. He's like, get off the parade deck, because if not, they get in trouble. You're not supposed to be on the parade deck. The parade deck is only for Marines and their DIs.
Oh?
So we get off the parade deck, and it was all tears everywhere because we haven't seen him in so long.
Right.
So this photo right here, this is him with my mom. He is as short as my mom is and how tall my brother is. He was like standing there. He was like, and the
it
best
looks like
part
he's
was,
lifted her.
No, he is not. He is hugging my mom here. And it was really funny because I was like, okay, either my dad or my grandmother are going to tackle each other to get to him first. Because my dad had gave me a speech. He's like, don't get me wrong, I love you so much. I'm like, it's okay. You guys go hug him first. I'm good. I'm going to take all the pictures. I will take all the pictures. So that was him with my mom. And let me see, where's the one with, he was over here hugging my grandmother. She's so tiny. She was over here.
Aw, look at that.
Whoop, here we go. Let's do this. Yeah, he was so happy to see her. My dad's over here crying and everything. So we were able to get him there as well.
Proud tears.
Proud tears. We were all, it was all happy tears and everything.
Probably relief too. He made it. And,
yes.
You know, you've seen that he's no worse for the wear.
So tell us the best story that you were amazed about.
The best story that I had got was what he had, kind of the things that he had went through. And if he hadn't slept in, he could be telling these stories. I'm going to give him all that when I get home. But what he had done at Camp Pendleton is a lot of desert land there. So he said that there was rattlesnakes and tarantulas. And I was like, oh, no, thank you. That is all you, my guy. That his platoon was the ones that were kind of messing up a lot. In the sense that they were just making the DIs mad.
Okay.
And he was like, that was the one fatal fault. So they were not allowed to have sugar at all. Like no desserts, no nothing, because they kept getting in trouble.
Okay.
He had lost 30 pounds when he went, but they were filling up their plates more and more and more. He's like, I don't know how I lost this much weight. I'm like, well, you haven't had any sugar. And the only kind of sugar you had is chocolate milk. And I'm like, did chocolate milk take all your aches and pains away? He's like, yes, it did. But one story that he told me was the peanut butter story. The peanut butter story is at the chow hall, there's peanut butter packets that you can get and everything. Well, people were sneaking peanut butter packets back into the barracks.
Oh, no.
And hiding the wrappers in ammo cans.
Oh, no.
The DIs found them.
Yep.
Now, granted, some of those packets had mold on them, so they were there for a while and before with other previous platoons. But, of course, their platoon had gotten the blame for all of it.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. They found them on your watch, and it's your problem.
So about 20 minutes of just grueling punishment. The two people that did it finally confessed, and their punishment was to eat a whole jar of peanut butter in one sitting, nothing to drink, right then and there. That was their punishment. The other thing was all the different sayings, and he was telling me how some people did get discharged in dishonorable discharges, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. One guy had, it was family day, and he had got dropped back to the very beginning of boot camp, because he stole from one of the stores there. He stole something from one of the stores to be funny, and they had dropped him all the way back to the beginning of boot camp for that. And I would have been so mad if that was my kid and I came out all this way and you're not graduating the next day. He had told me that. Also, something that was really funny. So he was a scribe, and he had put people to do Firewatch.
Okay.
And I'm like, so you basically just made everybody, like, you blackmailed everybody because you don't want to be on Firewatch Sunday. Some people did offer, and basically what Firewatch is that that's the person who stays up a couple hours each time to make sure everybody's good. And, like, people can sleep while you're on watch.
Right.
So people didn't want to do Firewatch, so they were just like, hey, so I also asked my brother, I'm like, did you have a nickname or anything? He's like, they called him Alvy. Alvarez.
Yeah.
Could you say the last name? So he's like, Alvy. He's like, yo, Alvy, I'll iron your stuff if you don't put me on Firewatch. Yo, I'll do your laundry. Don't put me on Firewatch. I'm like, you were blackmailing everybody. You came in and you were taking names. You were blackmailing everybody. And he's like, oh yeah. And the funniest, I do got a picture of this too, that he had one of his buddies that was like, don't put me on Firewatch, helping carry his sea bags to the shuttle with us so that way we can take them home. And I had a video. I'm just like, and I sent it to our little friends in our group chat. It's like, guys, AJ's taking names. He's blackmailing people right now as we speak.
Government at work.
Government at work. Yes, but
learn the ropes.
That was definitely one of the funnier stories that he was telling me, and then also that his DI was making the stuff for Firewatch. The DI didn't like it. And he's like, Alvarez, you know how a machine gun works? He's like, no, Sergeant. He's like, well, I'm going to show you how it works. Grabs him by his ears. He's like, so first you get the machine gun, you load it, and then he goes like this to his head. He's like, you load it, and then you shoot, and it goes, and he's like going like this to him, like, and he's just like, okay, sir. And I was like, well, and they're just doing that to mess with them, to make sure that they're not going to break. And I said, well, was there times that your DIs couldn't help but laughing? He's like, yes, they would tilt their heads down and you can hear them laughing and they're not supposed to laugh.
Right.
And there's sometimes where they had to go around the corner because they're busting out laughing and then they come back in to yell at you.
Yeah.
So that was definitely some of the funny stories he was telling me. And so the day of graduation, same thing. I go running in the morning to get a spot for us to sit.
Yep.
And they were doing the whole color guard, the parade, and everything. And one of the best things that I saw was the mascot. It is a bulldog, and they had him dressed up.
Nice.
So, let's do this. I'm pushing all the wrong buttons. Here we go. So they had a little bulldog. And he was dressed up.
He had his dress blues on.
He had his dress blues on, and he's looking up at the sky. And I'm just like, I know that the guy has to be like so like strong and everything. But the dog's like, Dad, can I have a treat? Can I have a treat, Dad, please?
I'm being good.
Dad, it's hot.
It's hot. Yes, it's hot on my paws. The poor little puppy paw. I think he actually has boots on.
Look at that.
Yes.
But yeah, so that was definitely one thing I was like, oh, there's a dog. That was my favorite part of seeing that. So then they did parade in their with their platoons, and same thing, kind of like they were presented to us before we can take them home for 10 days. This was him with his DI. So let's see here if I can show that
and
to
he
everybody.
looks really young.
Yeah, the DI does. Yeah, so we're able to speak to the DIs and ask them about what our Marine, how they were in boot camp, any funny stories or anything like that. And he said that he came in very, very quiet. He didn't speak unless spoken to.
Okay.
And just kind of shy, laying under the radar. Well, when his first scribe was not doing his job, because AJ his thing was scribbles. He was assistant to the scribe. So when the first scribe was kind of just messing up and everything, he's like, you're fired. Get out of here. Alvarez, you're a scribe. He's like, yes, sir. Or sergeant. Yes, sergeant. So he's like, and he did it, and he did a great job, and he's really shown a lot of confidence. So that was really nice to hear, because that was one thing that I did see within my brother, that he walks very tall. He has a lot more confidence.
Okay.
And this is something that was really, really good for him. And I knew that my brother's still in there because he still smiles and laughs and everything. He's like, one thing that he couldn't do is that he couldn't say his little side jokes. So we reference a lot of movies and TV shows just in our everyday lives.
Sure.
He's like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't say that because we're supposed to be very, like, just solid as a rock. We cannot break. We cannot crack. We cannot do anything like that. So that when I was talking to his DI, the DI was really cool. He's like, Alvarez, yep, that's my guy. But AJ has to stand like this and like, yes, Sergeant, no, Sergeant. He can't do that. So I'm just like, you had a really cool DI. But he was saying that there was one DI that was very, it's not this guy, but it was a different one that was very, had anger issues.
Okay.
Had to be a perfectionist. And that was something where he's just like, man, I don't like you. But within all the letters, my brother did get all the letters, and he was like, I just want to hear about the outside life. So I had asked my brother, I was like, okay, well, when you come home, what's the first thing you want to do? He's like, I want to go see Spider-Man. So we did that on Sunday. We got home on Sunday. He wanted to go see Spider-Man. We went to go see Spider-Man. But we had, before we got home, we stayed a day in San Diego. And we did like the tour of the city and everything, and it was pretty cool. And one thing that my cousin had told us, because she had worked when she was in the Navy and working with the Marines and everything, she said, don't let them drive for a couple days after they get home. And we're just like, okay, why not? They said they don't realize how tired they are. When they are not getting yelled at, that means you're going to sleep. Other than that, every single moment of the day, you are getting yelled at, you are getting orders. When you have that moment of calm and peace, your body shuts down and goes to sleep. So when you're driving, you're still, yes, you are doing something, but you're still. They don't realize how tired they are, alongside with their depth perception is a little off. They haven't driven for so long.
Right, and just the hypnotic properties of driving is, that's
so
a good point.
They said,
I wouldn't have thought about that.
Don't let him drive because they're more likely to get in accidents like that. So I've been AJ's Uber driver. And I was like, I am Uber driver. You let me know what we're doing when we're doing it. But, yeah, so he hasn't driven, and like I took him to go see his friends and everything from work, and I was just like, all right, you're here. Like, we brought you back. But yeah, he has his little buzz cut, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you look like my dad.
So what's next for him?
So the next thing that he does, he's home for 10 days. He leaves next Tuesday on, that's the 18th. So he has to report at 1:00 back to San Diego, where he does NCT training, that's combat training, for 25 days. Then he will know if he has to report to schoolhouse, which is wherever they have him stationed. They think they're going to have him still in San Diego, but just kind of, not in San Diego, I'm sorry, just in the California area, in that desert area.
Okay.
So if they need him right then and there, they will take him. But if he does not have to report to schoolhouse right away, it's just whenever they need him. It could be up to a couple months, a few weeks, a year or two. It's just when Uncle Sam calls, he calls, and you got to go.
Right.
No questions asked. So he's excited to do combat training. He did enjoy doing like the shooting range and everything. He got sharpshooter.
Oh,
he was a few points off of expert. He was a little upset about that, but he did get a medal for sharpshooter. And I was like, look at you with your first medal. But
he's like, shut up.
Yeah. So with his contract right now, I don't know if he's going to be put into something else because they're kind of combining things.
Okay.
So usually if they weren't combining things, he would be reserved for about a year or two, and then he can decide after that if he wants to do active. But because they're merging contracts, they may give him that option.
Okay.
He just has to wait and see. So now with him being home, like I said, I asked him, like, so what do you want to do? He's like, I want to go see Spider-Man. So we got home, we unpacked in the drenching rain.
Yeah.
And we had went to go get our dog. We had left her with our groomer because we're like, do you know of any good boarding places? Well, our dog she's a senior pup.
Right.
She hasn't been boarded at all in her life. The only time she's been boarded was for about a weekend when she was 6 months old.
Okay.
So she's never been in the crate, nothing. So we had asked our groomer. She's like, I'll take her. Don't worry. Like, my groomer absolutely loves her. We cannot say her name around my dog because then she thinks she's going to go get a bath. She is one of those dogs that loves getting a bath. She loves her blueberry facials. She loves her oatmeal baths.
Blueberry facials. Oh, my
Brownie
God.
is a spoiled little pup. She likes her blueberry facials and her oatmeal baths. So our groomer has 6 cats. Well, around our neighborhood, there's a lady across the street, and she feeds all the cats in the neighborhood. So my dog does not care. She gives zeros with the cats. She's like, oh, friends, okay.
Yay.
So we get pictures. Our groomer's sending us updates and pictures every day, which we absolutely loved. That made us feel a lot better.
Right.
Brownie is eating breakfast with one of the cats, Tucker. Tucker is our social cat. He's a little big cat.
Excellent.
And
is it an orange cat?
He's kind of like a brown cat.
Okay.
light brown cat.
Okay.
But he's very social. He's like waiting for her to come back. They're over here cuddling and everything. Brownie's watching TV with Becca and everything, with the groomer Becca. She's like, yeah, Brownie's having the time of her life. She's going on walks. She's playing with balls. We're like, Brownie, you are posing. You're a poser, because she's not wanting to do walks. She's not wanting to play because she's older. She has arthritis. She has a hard time getting around. She's over here going on walks. We're like, Brownie, you're making us look bad. But we went to AJ went to go get her after we unpacked and everything.
How did the dog react to?
She was mad at him because he's been gone for so long. But now she's warmed back up. She's like, okay, you're home now. So we went to go see Spider-Man. AJ went to go see his friends. The next day, we had got together with all of our family to eat and everything, and he's telling us all the stories. They get to see him again. And the funniest picture that I have of my brother is when he went to go try on his pants, because we had brought him clothes that he had in his room, and when we saw him, we're like, oh, buddy, you're gonna need new pants. He's like, oh, I don't know, and everything. I'm like, you are a slim, thick queen. Your waist is like this. Me and you could share pants at this point. But he was just like, okay, we'll see. So I have a picture of him in the hotel room. He's just like this with his pants because he was a 32. I'm like, I think you're back to your high school weight. I think you're back to your little skinny mini self.
Wow.
He's like, I didn't think I was. And then I put these on. So then my dad had to give him shorts and pants and everything that he had packed for himself because he couldn't, like, his belt was like all the way down. I was like, oh my goodness. But we are so happy to have him home. He's excited to kind of be home, see his friends and everything. And one thing that he did tell me, he's like, I need a pedicure. I'm like, what? Because his feet hurt so bad.
Sure.
And I was like, before AJ left, we had taken him to get a pedicure one time in his life because we were just like, it feels so good on your feet. This is when he was running cross country and doing soccer and track and everything. You're always constantly on your feet.
Right.
Your feet are going to hurt. This is going to feel like heaven. He did not like it. And I get in the letter. He's like, I need a pedicure ASAP. My feet are killing me. And I'm just like, I know it's bad when you're asking for that.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
I remember from my nephews that was something that they complained about, how bad their feet hurt.
Yeah.
Well, it looks
in the boots.
Yeah, it looks to me in the pictures between the boots, which I'm sure, they're not Brooks, and they're not, they're made for military because you're not supposed to be comfortable, because you're not gonna be comfortable. So you have to get used to that. I was looking at when you had the pictures of them doing their run, I'm like, what are those shoes?
Oh, I didn't even notice
those tennis shoes. I'm like,
yeah, so those shoes are very heavy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's because they have to be sturdy.
Yeah.
In that sense for it. So I was just like, okay. So when
and then their dress shoes, they're those patent leather, like basically tuck shoes.
Yeah.
Those are not comfortable.
No, they are not. Yeah, that was one thing he was telling me about all that. He said his knees hurt. He's like, my knees are shots. I'm like, I'm hurting here. I'm just like, I know, it's okay. We're gonna get you. We're gonna feel better. But yeah,
we'll get you some squishy shoes.
We'll get you some squishy shoes. It's okay. You're gonna be fine. But I do have the picture here. I couldn't find the other one, but it's okay. My mom had sent me the picture of Brownie with her new friends that she's making, all the cats, and I think she was mad that we picked her up because she was having the time of her life. She was upset with us.
J-Loon?
She's like, no, what do you mean? You guys went on vacation. I'm having the time of my life. So I have it here. Yep. So this is them. She's eating breakfast. And Tucker's right here.
There you go.
She's chilling. We gave her everything she needed, and they're just having breakfast. And I'm like, "Yep, you don't want to come home."
No.
But no, she had a great old time. So we're just excited to have him home for 10 days, and I'm updating him on all things of life. And I'm just like, so this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and all the different movies that he missed out on.
Okay.
So we're gonna show him that, and then so my cousin that was in the Navy, she's a Navy medic, which means she also went through Marine boot camp, which makes her a corpsman.
Okay.
So she was they're kind of swapping stories and everything. He's like, oh, okay, about this and this and this. And one thing that I did find out, that the peanut butter shot is now a pill. And I'm like, that must have not worked very well, because AJ had told me a story that a lot of guys had got sick. some got pneumonia, and one guy got so sick that one morning he woke up in screaming, scorching pain with ear infection that they thought was just an ear infection. His whole side of his neck and everything swollen. They sent him to the Meg. The Meg's like, he needs a hospital right now. Sent him to the hospital. He came back after a few weeks with this gnarly scar because they had to drain whatever was in his neck.
Okay.
I was like, that's insane. Some people had broke their arms, broke their legs, and if you do that, you get pushed back a little bit and you don't graduate. At that point in time, you may get pushed into a different platoon. One guy, he had got pneumonia and he woke up temporarily blind.
No.
And I'm like, I would have freaked out because I'm like, what do you mean I'm going to send my kid and he comes back temporarily blind? The blindness did clear up after medication and all that. But I was like, okay, did you get pneumonia? He's like, no, I only got like a cold, maybe like the flu for like a couple days, but that was about it. I'm like, okay, I don't think that peanut butter shot worked.
So that's the big shot that they give you with everything in it, so that way you
don't get sick.
Right.
Yeah, but now it's a pill.
Okay.
And I'm just like, okay, I think I'd rather prefer you have the shot, but But yeah, so it was a bunch of cool stories, and hopefully I can tape an interview with him, get that on the air and all that. But overall, we're just so proud of him for going through the boot camp and doing very well and kind of just surviving. And we're excited to see what he does with it. And if he's like, yep, this is something that I'm into. And like, I would honestly be surprised if he does become like a DI.
Okay.
Because I'm like, you're going to yell at people? His voice is very raspy too because they've been yelling this entire time.
Right.
So he's like, I sound like I smoke 3 packs a day. I'm just like, no, it's okay. We got cough drops at home.
So does he... You said that your brother is still in there, but do you see a fundamental change in his...
AJ used to stutter a lot when he... before he went, he would fidget. He was stuttered. He didn't really have that self-confidence in himself when presenting himself.
Okay.
When he would make appointments, like doctor's appointments, or have to call like insurance things, he would stutter. So he's talking to us, and he doesn't fidget as much. He does not stutter as much, and he has that discipline in him and also that confidence. So I see that change in them, but I know it's him because I'm over here referencing something. He's like, oh my gosh, I can now be myself. Like, it comes out very much.
Good.
So yeah, he's still in there, and like, yep, guy still wears heart on his sleeve, sees the good in everybody. I'm like, okay, they didn't break you too bad.
Well, good.
Yeah, so he's still in there. My mom was like, I hope my sweet boy is still in there. I'm like, yes, he is, because he's over here just like crying. He's like, I miss my mom.
So did he tell you, and then I know we've got to go, but the last thing, did he tell you anything about the 55 hours or?
Yeah, he said that it was tough, that he climbed the stairway to heaven and everything, which I guess is just a very, very steep, hard hill to climb.
Okay.
All the gear was very heavy, and they had to do something. I forgot the terminology for it, but basically every so often they had to tap the shoulder, be like, yep, you're here, like, we're good.
Right.
And then I guess they messed up somehow, and the DI was like, all right, you gotta do shoulder and cargo pockets. They're like, okay, you're here. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. He was telling me that during Crucible, he heard rattlesnakes. He did not see one. He saw tarantulas. And I'm like, that would freak me out. I can hear it, but I can't see it. What do you mean? And another thing with that, they had to zip up their sleeping bags all the way up, because they had said that one time there was a guy, he was sleeping, and they had to go wake up the drill instructor. And the guy didn't know it, but there was a rattlesnake sleeping on his chest because they need the heat. They're looking for that heat, that warmth. And I was like, okay, you wear glasses. You're trekking through all that mud, through the sand and everything. How do you clean your glasses and see, like, there's that one clean spot that's on you that you just kind of go like that, and then you can see. And I was like, okay. But carrying the gear and the weapons and everything that you have to carry, like your rifle, it was pretty hard. And he said that they were timed with everything, even when you went to go use the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I'm like, okay, what if you're not done? He's like, some guys were peeing their pants. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, you didn't do that, right? He's like, no, I didn't do that. But I saw some guys, and it was just like, man.
Did, though?
I think he would. He'd be like, yeah, I accidentally did that. But no, he was telling me about those different stories. But yeah, he really enjoyed it. He said it was very hard, physically, mentally, emotionally, and just like morally. It was just very hard and difficult.
But he did it on the first try.
He did it on the first try. Yep. So we're so proud of him.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Cool. Yeah, congratulations. Good job, AJ. You're going to hurt. You are really going to hurt, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then you're going to hurt, and then you have to deal with Adriana. So.
Oh, yeah, when I get home.
Yeah, so.
I'll be like, why did you sleep in?
Yeah, have fun with that. So anyway, that we are now a little bit over. Next up is Calumet Painting. And we will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
On That's What They Said. I'm Michelle Quinn, Adriana Alvarez, Lori Whalen, and you are listening to WJOB 1230 AM 104.7 in the Strachan Van Til Studios. There we go. I got it all this time.
Woo!
So enjoy your week, y'all.
Tech Credit Union supports the essential role of union labor in building strong communities. That's why we offer hassle-free banking, financial empowerment, and a commitment to your success. Save for the future, handle life's challenges, and trust a partner that stands by hardworking union members. Tech Credit Union, the better option for you and your money. Visit techcu.org or call 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union, supporting union families every step of the way.
We've had some cars run into the barrier wall, not paying attention. They were on their phone.
Texting, scrolling. Yeah, it's bad.
Most often they be on their phones or they're just not paying attention. They can cause a crash.
We could stand on the side of the road and watch every other vehicle looking down into their lap as they're passing us. You know what